In this session, we're going to talk about native ads, what they are. We're going to tell you all about them, how you can make money with them, and traffic, and all that good stuff. So, what are native ads? You know what native ads are. You just might not know what native ads are. Everyone sees them. They've become all the rage the last several years. They've been around for actually quite a while now, and they have just exploded on the scene. It'll be interesting to see how long they last, and I have a feeling what the trends are. They're going to be around for a long time. How are you going to make money with native ads? How you can get traffic from them, and some big cautions with that. And show you some native ad networks, and then starting out with content.ads. So native ads, what are they? Native ads are ads that look like content, and they're very catchy. They're very catchy titles. They're very catchy pictures. You have probably seen many of these as you've been out searching the web. These are all over the place, and these are the kind of ads that get people's attention, and they click on them, and many of them are sites just like ours, where they're article sites, but more of like the slideshow type sites, where they're getting people to stay on a site and click through 50, 60 slides, and they work. There's a lot of people that will get people to click through every 30, 40 slides. Ask yourself, how many of these sites have you ever got caught up into where you have done this? Let me give you an example of some of the sites that use these. CNN is a perfect example. Throughout CNN, they have a lot of these. Here's one right down here: actors you didn't realize were Disney characters. And a lot of them don't always have the pictures, but it's taking over to like a site called She Knows, and 43 actors you didn't realize were the voices of your favorite Disney characters, and you can sit there and you can go through all of these. See, the trick with a lot of these is they put their buttons in places that are kind of hard to figure out. This one's not too bad, and notice how they have a little line there in between that, so you can kind of go through, and every time you go here, you're refreshing, you're seeing an ad at the top, you're seeing an ad at the bottom of the ad. So it's kind of interesting. And so they pay a lot of money to be in these networks. I never knew Donny Osmond was that guy. So you'll be amazed at how many people will click through every single one of these. All right, so that's native ads. Now, they're not all slideshow like that, but a majority of them are. That seems to be the really popular thing. Well, so how can you make money with native ads? Well, it's the same as anything. When someone clicks on the ad on your page, you make a little money. And here's the thing, it's quite a bit less than you would from like Google AdSense. So it's generally not the primary form of ads that you put on your site. And frankly, there's some cautions with native ads. And we'll talk about that here in a second. A couple things is a lot of these native ads are getting pretty aggressive, and people, if put on the wrong site, they really bug people. And if you put too many of them on there, they bug people, and you'll start to get kind of negative feedbacks on your site. People will get sick of it. So you kind of got to find the right balance. And I'll show you kind of an example. One thing for sure with native ads is that Facebook is starting to really clamp down, and they do not like sites that have a ton of native ads on them when you send traffic. So let me show you something we have set up on your templates. Okay, I want to take you to aboutallthings.com. Now notice, and your templates are set up the same way, and we may adjust these in the future, but when you go to a post, you'll notice that the front page of that post does not have the native ads. These are actually just more articles, okay? So many times you're sending traffic down, and they go to the first page, they're seeing their great content, and they see these ads, you make money with these ads, and then the person almost always goes to the next page. Well, Facebook just really cares about that front page. Well, once we've gone there, notice we have ads, native ads on the second page. Okay, so we make money on these. So we could put these on the front page, and we've done that in the past, but we're kind of testing things out, and we're kind of learning that sometimes when you have too many of these, Facebook is not liking, you get too many complaints from Facebook people, and then you have problems with ad accounts and that. So right now we're testing, and we're not just testing, but we're keeping all of our ads on the second page so that when we advertise something, that it doesn't go on the first page. So anyway, that's how we have your template set up right now, and that is set up inside the ad inserter. Okay, so that's how you make money. People click on the ads, and you can control the level of the ads. Right now, these are like PG ads. They have PG-13 ads. They even have R ads, and they claim, like on this network, content.ad, that you make more money with the PG-13 ads, the ones that really kind of catch your attention. But on my site right there, I didn't want to do that because I want to keep, two things. I don't want to offend my people. And number two, I want to keep Google happy. You have to be really careful with putting AdSense on the sites. If any of this content gets kind of risque or breaks some of the Google laws, you can be in trouble. In fact, there's a setting in content.ad where you can go in and say absolutely no ads on gambling, because Google AdSense doesn't allow gambling, and you kind of have to filter out that. So we'll have a special video just to how to set up content.ad, so you know that. So basically you make money when people click on it. So like, I'll give you a range yesterday. On one article that I had yesterday, that article made about $23 on Google AdSense, and yesterday it made $2.26 on content.ad with the ads on the second page. So, it's not a ton, but it actually starts to add up after a while. It's basically kind of like ad space that you wouldn't have had ads on before. Okay, let's switch gears a little bit and talk about how you get traffic with native ads and give you a little caution there. So just like that you can put native ads on your site and make money, you can actually buy traffic and put your ads. I mean, your ads can be one of these. So if you've got these like slideshow presentations with like 50, 60 slides, you can put your ads on their network and buy traffic and pay for the traffic. So it's kind of interesting because the model that we're kind of following with Viral Site System doesn't necessarily fit in with this. I mean, we're testing things. You might want to test things, but be really careful because the native ad traffic tends to be generally a little poor quality. And the reason why it's poor quality is it's so general. It's not like if you're doing DIY stuff or pet stuff or cooking, someone clicks on an ad to see 23 Disney stars. It's that traffic isn't necessarily gonna do so well on your site. It's more like a generalized traffic, and so you got to be really careful of that because that can affect your Google AdSense score. So if you're gonna buy native ad traffic, I don't know, you can kind of test it, but maybe don't get so aggressive with AdSense on your sites. Maybe just have other native ads on your sites. AdSense hates poor quality traffic. There are complete arbitrage models based just off native ad traffic. That should say native ad traffic. And there's a whole business model with that. Now, I'm going to give you my 2 cents and opinion on that. Is that I think the whole native ad thing and these big slideshow things, I think that we're going to see a decline in those inequality. It's just like Facebook's kind of getting tired of people running to these, and people are going to get kind of tired of them. So I think it's a business model. I think it's something that's maybe for some of you worth pursuing, but I think long term, I think that building arbitrage sites just on this kind of traffic is a short-lived play. I think that you're better off building high-quality content sites the way we teach you, and then I think those are going to last a long, long time. People, I think, eventually are going to get kind of sick, and I'll give you my prediction. The government in the U.S., the FTC, has already passed some laws saying that when you do native ad advertising, you actually have to say that it's native ads, or there's something that it's partner, promotion, that it's actually not like a real news story. And we've been doing that for a long time on our posts anyway, but it's just a matter of time, I think, before they really kind of start to come down, because there are going to be so many complaints. So it still is very viable business model as far as making money on your sites. Let's take advantage of it, but be careful when using it for traffic. So let's talk about some of the different native ad networks and that. So this is kind of a landscape. Not all of these are native ad networks, but these are some of them. Taboola, you may have seen some of these. Outbrain's a big one. And then some of these are private, what they call closed networks, where you have to get a lot of traffic to be able to get in there. Let me go up to this article right here, which is really good. 23 best ad networks, basically outside of Google AdSense. And some of these are content.ad. Let me just kind of scroll through this real quick, because some of them are native ads. So here's the Asturia Network, Rev Content, Infolinks, Media.net. Okay, Rev Content's a native ad. Some of these others probably are native ads. I'm just not as familiar with some of them. And we've driven traffic with a couple of these. So you could go through this article. We'll post the link below here. Rev Content has some really good traffic. Well, it's kind of interesting. There are so many out there, AdBlade, but here's the thing. You have to meet so many minimum impressions to even be able to advertise with these guys. So for example, you have to have at least 300,000 visitors a month just to even, like, for them to consider getting accepted. The Rev Content, you can usually get accepted. That's a pretty good one. Infolinks, you can pretty much get accepted. We've made a lot of money with Infolinks over the years. You have to be a little careful. Media.net is a great one. They are a little picky on what they get. AdBlade is good, but you do need to have 500,000 revenue hits. So you could kind of go through this and see. So these are, definitely good networks to test out, and many of them are the native ads. A lot of them are gone towards native ads. So here's what we're going to recommend that everyone start with, and have you start with content.ad. Content.ad is pretty easy, very easy to get accepted. And so we have a whole video about content.ad. So pretty much after you get your site going with content and you've got your AdSense going, you can go apply for content.ad, and almost always you'll get accepted. And I've already put the plugin inside your template. So if I go to my sample template, let me show you where that is. I believe by default it is turned off. It might be on. No, it's turned off. So if you go into plugins and go to inactive plugins, just show you where this is at, so that when you get to the video you won't be wondering where this plugin's at. So I'm just going to go to my inactive plugins here and take a look at the plugins that are inactive. So there it is. It's content.ad, and you just activate it and then go through the video. We'll have a video that shows you exactly how to set that up, but that's a very easy one to start making some income on. All right, so that's it. That's on native ads, and we'll have a lot more discussion on native ads inside the mastermind area, because it is a big source of traffic.